Skye walked along the coast path and pulled in a deep breath of salt air, the scent of the sea mingling with that of the peaty earth below her. If it were possible, Skye would bottle that scent and keep it on hand to sniff whenever she needed to be transported to Eastercraig. Far below the steep cliffs and tumbling rocks came the whoosh of the tide rolling in and out. It was the only sound, save for the occasional high-pitched call of an oyster-catcher. Out in the open air, Skye felt freer, better than she had all day. Her jaw unclenched, her shoulders drooped, the fog in her head cleared. Almost immediately, thoughts of that morning began to press themselves against her hard-fought serenity. She halted, balling up her fingers and toes, forcing all thoughts of what had happened that morning to the back of her mind. She was heading to the rock. Once she was there, she would feel much better. She began to walk again, more briskly now, her tread light on the grass beneath her shoes. A few more ups and downs of the coast path, and a sharp right turn, and she would be there. The rock was really rocks, plural, the uppermost point in a collection of huge crags that jagged their way into the sea. When she used to visit Eastercraig as a teenager, this was where Skye would come to shake off the ringing of her father's voice in her ears, the disappointment in his tone. The rock was far away from the troubles of home, a place of safety. At her lowest points, she would stand on it, close her eyes and scream at the ocean, scream out the frustration, the anger and fear. Off the main path forked a less well-trodden track, and Skye now took each stony lump and bump. She slowed her pace as she headed downhill, her body singing with the anticipation of getting there. But as the rock came in sight, she stopped dead. Somebody was already there. Skye stared at the man sitting on her rock. Her rock. She'd spent so much time on it in years gone by, she considered it almost as her possession. Yet the saying went that possession was 9/10 of the law, although studying law had taught her this wasn't strictly true, and this man looked unlikely to move. He was sitting statue-like, almost Rodin's The Thinker, with his spine curled over and his chin resting on his fist, taking up her favourite hiding place. A fierce gust pushed past Skye, whipping her hair up until it stood on end, chilling her face and bringing up goosebumps on her arms. Not that she cared. Skye didn't come to this spot for the weather. She came here to be alone. She had laced up her trainers and walked over a mile from Eastercraig to enjoy this splendid isolation, where only the most intrepid dog walker, runner or hiker disturbed your solitude. This guy must have had the same idea and beaten her to it. Standing watching him felt voyeuristic, and Skye was uncomfortably aware that he had no idea she was there.